Peace isn't found. It's created. Ever feel like peace is something you just stumble upon, a lucky find in a chaotic world? What if I told you that peace isn't a destination, but a journey you pave yourself? It's not about waiting for tranquility, but actively building it. The idea that peace is something to be found implies it's a preordained state, waiting to be discovered. We search for it, hoping to stumble upon a hidden oasis of calm. But the world, as we know it, is rarely that peaceful. This misconception often leads to disappointment. We expect to find peace readily available, but instead, we encounter conflict and turmoil. The truth is, peace isn't a static entity, it's a dynamic outcome. Peace is the product of deliberate actions and conscious choices. It's not a treasure buried in the sand, waiting to be unearthed. Think of it more like a garden, requiring constant care and cultivation. Creating peace isn't a simple task, it requires a multifaceted approach. It demands both inner work, a deep dive into our own selves, and external action, engaging with the world around us. It's a continuous process, not a one-time fix. This journey involves understanding ourselves and actively shaping our environment. It's about personal growth and societal change, intertwined and inseparable. Peace is built from the inside out and the outside in. Inner work begins with self-reflection. It's about honestly examining our thoughts, feelings, and motivations. What drives us? What biases do we hold? Emotional regulation is another crucial aspect. Learning to manage our emotions, especially in challenging situations, is key. Reacting with calm and understanding, rather than anger and frustration, can de-escalate conflicts. Cultivating empathy and compassion is also essential. Trying to understand others' perspectives, even when we disagree, fosters connection. Compassion allows us to respond to suffering with kindness and support. Recognizing and addressing internal conflicts is vital for inner peace. Are we at war with ourselves? Do we harbor unresolved resentments? Addressing these issues allows us to move forward with greater clarity and purpose. We must also recognize and address our biases. Everyone has them, often unconscious. Identifying and challenging these biases helps us to treat others with fairness and respect. Finally, we need to recognize and address our anxieties. Fear can be a powerful obstacle to peace. Learning to manage our anxieties allows us to act with courage and conviction. Achieving inner peace is not selfish, it's a prerequisite for contributing toward peace. When we are at peace with ourselves, we are better equipped to create peace around us. Creating peace also requires external action. This means actively working to resolve conflicts, both big and small. It means promoting understanding between people from different backgrounds. Advocating for justice is a critical component. Peace cannot exist where injustice prevails. We must challenge systems of oppression and work towards a more equitable world. Speaking out against violence in all its forms is essential. Silence in the face of violence is complicity. We must use our voices to condemn violence and promote peaceful solutions. Fostering dialogue across differences is crucial. We need to create spaces where people can come together to share their perspectives and learn from one another, even when those conversations are difficult. Willingness to engage in difficult conversations is key to bridging divides. Avoiding uncomfortable topics only allows misunderstandings to fester. We must be willing to have honest and open discussions, even when it's challenging. Willingness to compromise is also essential. Peace often requires finding common ground and making concessions. It's about finding solutions that work for everyone, not just one side. Ultimately, it's about building bridges instead of walls. We need to focus on what unites us, rather than what divides us. Building relationships based on trust and respect is essential for creating a peaceful world. Peace is not a one-time achievement, it's an ongoing commitment. It requires constant vigilance and a willingness to learn and adapt. The world is constantly changing, and our approach to peace must evolve as well. It demands persistent effort to dismantle structures that perpetuate conflict. This includes challenging systems of inequality, oppression, and violence. It's a long-term project that requires dedication and perseverance. Building a culture of peace is the ultimate goal. This means creating a society where empathy, respect, and cooperation are valued above all else. It's a society where conflict is resolved through dialogue and understanding, not violence. This culture prioritizes nonviolent communication and conflict resolution skills. It teaches children from a young age how to resolve disagreements peacefully. It promotes empathy and understanding across cultures. It also requires a commitment to education and critical thinking. People need to be able to analyze information critically and resist propaganda and misinformation. An informed citizenry is essential for a peaceful society. Peace isn't a passive experience, it's an active responsibility. It's not something we find, it's something we create. This understanding empowers us to become agents of change in our own lives and in the world around us. Let's move beyond searching for peace and actively participate in its creation. Contribute to a more just and harmonious world through acts of kindness, understanding, and courage. Start small. Offer a helping hand to a neighbor. Listen with empathy to someone who has a different perspective. Speak out against injustice when you see it. These small acts, multiplied across communities and nations, can create a ripple effect of peace. It starts with you, with me, with all of us. So, what will you create today? Will you choose understanding over judgment? Will you choose compassion over indifference? Will you choose peace? Take action now. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Commit to one small act of peace today. Together, we can build a world where peace isn't just a dream, but a reality.